Okay, I'm going to tell a story.
No.
A story of the weirdest church service ever that happened tonight in my house. And we decided to have church at night. Maybe that was the problem. So instead of going to our usual church online, we decide to watch my mother and father-in-law's church online. They go to church out in Riverhead. And the pastor and his wife of that church could be a comedy team. I kid you not. They do this thing called the 411, and it's so funny. But anyway, they're always funny. But this week, wow. So this week, Jerry talks about the exploding whale incident of 1970. And if you have not seen that, Google it now. But anyway, so the problem is he talks about the exploding whale incident of 1970, and then the video cuts out about what was really going to be clearly a good sermon about anxiety and finding joy.
Everything. You think your jokes are funny? We're watching a video about this guy who's told that you can say whatever you want for them walking down the aisle for their wedding. So.
Seriously, go away. I'm doing a video.
Audrey! There's so many bad choices.
I'm doing a video. Okay, back to me. Okay, so where? See, go! I can't believe you interrupted me. What was I even saying?
You on a video?
Go away.
Hi, people.
Okay, what I was saying was, go away. Go away.
I sounded like JoJo Siwa.
Okay, all right. So it was going to be clearly a very good sermon about anxiety and finding joy, but the video cut out. And the rest of the sermon wasn't there. And we were confused because the backup sermon had him wearing different clothes. So we decided to watch the footage of 1970s exploding whale, and it was so funny, which is why you have to see it. It was hilarious. We watched the actual news footage, and then we watched the retrospective from years later, and it was hilarious. And then Ian put on a video of buildings imploding, and we watched that, and I actually Googled how long have humans been able to implode buildings, which I never thought I would Google. And the answer is 1773 in Ireland was the first known implosion. But anyway, where was I? Oh, yes. So we found the video of Jerry in the other shirt, and we watched the rest of the sermon. And it was really, really good. But Caroline has had for years this weird theory that Jerry's voice is so soothing that it puts her to sleep. This man is hilariously funny, but his voice puts my 15-year-old daughter to sleep. She has said that she has gone to my grandparents' church in person and fell asleep in her chair many times. And she was doing it tonight at 9:30. She does not go to sleep at 9:30. So I said to her, Caroline, that man, first of all, you're awful, because that man did a great sermon about anxiety and finding joy, which you needed to hear, so you should have stayed awake. And then I told her, I said, Caroline, he used the words booger, fart, and ass in his sermon. And I am 46 years old, and I have never heard anyone use the words booger, ass, and fart in a sermon in my life. And she said, I slept through it. Then she said, if Jerry Halpin lived in our house and spoke to me at length every bedtime, I would never need melatonin again.
No, it's okay.
For people because they're confused though, he's like a sleep machine. He starts talking and my brain goes, it's time for bed. And it'll be like morning time and like it'll be like around noon and I'll be at their church and I'll be like, sleepy time.
And that is the story of the strangest church service of my entire life.